Hey guys and ghouls, welcome back to the Cozy Ghost. I'm your host October, and welcome back to Hiveswap Friendsim. Let's get right back into it, because we've got some things that we need to do. We've got some people to meet, and I am very excited. So who did we meet last? I think we had last met this fun friend, our depressed lawyer person. I don't think we've met her. So, okay, yes. That is the last person we met, so it's time to meet somebody new. Another night, another ramble. A classic song comes back to you as you continue on your way. Some of that good old earth wisdom about a specific kind of footwear being made for walking. You wish you had that kind of footwear right now, in this current chapter of your life, or any footwear for that matter. And running out in nothing but a bathrobe. Oh, who are you kidding? Maybe not in the particular bathrobe way, but chances are high that wasn't the last time you'll fly off in the buoyant afterglow of an intense friendgasm. Let's go meet Chixie. Your point is, you need a wardrobe change. You should have asked L-Word for one of her rad leather jackets. You could really make one of those work. Geez, this is kind of a crummy neighborhood, and there you go again, making snap judgments. Get a little alien culture into you and suddenly you're an expert. Looks like you found the Alternian nightlife. Well, technically all life here is nightlife. People are nocturnal here. Shouldn't nightclubs be called day clubs? Maybe the lure of dancing and getting smashed with strangers is not enough to get people to brave the blistering sun. You doubt you'd brave a stiff breeze for it. You aren't much of a partier. But recently you are all about new experiences. You'll try anything once. A long line of people snakes along the side of a building. It doesn't appear to be moving. The club must not be open yet. You consider getting in the line, but there's so many people here. You really are more of a one-on-one friendship type. You go around the back instead, to your old friend, the back alley and dumpster. Distantly, you hear music. Comes on every few seconds and then drops off. Maybe a sound check? You hear something else. A musical sigh comes from up ahead. You turn a corner to find a girl standing alone outside a back entrance. A heavy door is propped open with a chunk of concrete, like someone had gouged it out of the street. The girl has on a sweater dress and leg warmers, a bronze sign splashed across her chest. You wonder if you should consider painting a sign onto your own clothes, just to make yourself seem more normal. Yeah, no, probably no point. You'd also need to paint yourself gray and find a pair of fake horns. Who would do something like that? Sounds like a huge pain with absolutely no benefits. The girl hasn't noticed you yet. She's staring at her feet and sighing. She's also making a little weird whoops and clicks, or singing a few bars of wordless notes, starting low and then climbing up high. Wow, it sounds pretty good. The enclosed space between the alley wall makes it seem like it's coming from all directions. Maybe you should just leave. She looks busy. But then another troll sticks their head around the open door, shooting the girl an unkind look and kicking the cement block doorstop away. Oh heck, there's really only one reason you would prop open a door. Grab the door before it can close, or stand there like an asshole. Let's save this. Well, we're off to a good start today, so, let's stand there like an asshole. Like the witness to a disastrous car accident, you stand there and watch as the girl notices the door closing and lets out a squeak, jumping for the handle. She misses it and smacks her knee against the metal frame. Ouch! Damn it! She has a soft, musical voice, even when she's swearing. You ask if she's okay. She stops rubbing at her knee and looks up at you. You are quite a bit taller than her, but she looks older than some of the older trolls you've hung out with. No worries. Well, at least not about my leg. If you want something to worry about, I'm sure I can come up with some ideas without much trouble. You assure her that you've had plenty to worry about recently, though you appreciate the offer. She gives a fruitless tug on the back door. She knocks. Nobody comes. She knocks again. Still nothing. You tell her that someone kicked her doorstop out of the way. She looks disappointed, but not surprised. Well, I'll just have to go back around to the front. Could be worse. Do you care to join me? Oh my god, you thought she'd never ask. This is working out perfectly. You are so glad she got locked out back here with you and the rest of the garbage. I'm Chixie Roymar. Although, I'm sure you already knew that. I don't think you're an idiot or anything. You know, meet and greets are usually after the show, but you seem nice. You aren't sure how she figures that, since all you've done is stand around. It's true, though, so you don't protest. You are nice. Super nice. You might be the nicest son of a bitch on this whole dang planet. You ask her if she's performing here tonight. Of course! Why else would I be warming up in a dirty back alley? You tell her you've seen people do far weirder things. She laughs. You aren't wrong. People around here will do anything for attention nowadays. For instance, you are walking around in an ablution robe. You cough delicately. True. Very true. She's got you there. If you come inside with me, I can give you an autograph. I don't have anything to write with back here. Chixie seems to think that you're a fan of who managed to get past security to accost her in person. She doesn't seem too upset, though. More like delighted. You think back many friends ago to when Sarava told you it was dangerous for low bloods to get popular. You wonder if Chixie trusts you because she thinks you're also a low blood. Or maybe she's just not that popular. You follow her back to the front of the club, past the line of trolls waiting to get inside. A guy whistles at her, and she gives him a flirty little wave along with a flat smile. A customer service smile. She shows the bouncer something on her palm husk, and he lifts up the velvet rope. They're with me. They're my +1. Wow, you've never been anybody's +1 before. A bunch of people in line look annoyed, but Chixie ignores them. You follow her, tripping a little on the hem of your robe. Be careful, huh? You don't want to twist an ankle. Chixie speaks with a lilt, like a character in a musical, getting ready to burst into song. You hope you aren't supposed to participate as she does. You're a little too busted for impromptu dance numbers, and you're also liable to flash someone in this robe. You hear music and chatter from down the hall, but Chixie pulls you in another direction, toward the dressing rooms. You pass several closed doors, stopping in front of one that seems to be in the process of being cleared out. A bunch of shit is spilling out into the hall, clothes trailing out of suitcases, a microphone cord seems to be slithering slowly among the detritus. Charming. She looks upset. God, I can't do anything without someone messing me around, locking me out, and now this? Who did this? I am seriously out for blood tonight. Looks like someone commandeered her dressing room while she was out, as well as tossed all her shit out into the hall. I have to deal with this. I'll be right back. You can borrow some clothes if you want. In fact, I insist. She leaves you in the cramped little room. It's dark in the hall, but everywhere in Alternia is kept darker than is comfortable for you. You're getting used to it, though. You imagine humans used to have to deal with this all the time back before electricity, provided they didn't die immediately of, dysentery. You flick on the outline of white bulbs around the mirror. Wow, even in the soft, flattering light, you look like an A-grade free-range disaster. Tagora's expensive rainbow drinker serum has rubbed off, and now you're mostly just dusty. You wade through a couple of Chixie's suitcases, but everything here is too small for you. There's a couple sweater dresses and a hoodie that might fit, but without a pair of pants, that's gonna get real scandalous real fast. The only thing that you find that works in the whole damn dressing room is a floaty purple dress hanging on the back of the door. Definitely not your style. You would never wear anything like this at home. But fuck it. Roll with the punches, right? And not just in violence ways. Fashion ways. You give a little experimental twirl in front of the mirror. You aren't gonna break any hearts, but you'll do. You actually kinda dig it. You're busy admiring yourself when Chixie comes back. She sniffles sharply and there are tear tracks on her face, but she isn't crying anymore. In fact, she looks mad as hell. Oh, damn, is she mad at you? Did you manage to fuck something up without even being there? You've got mad fuck-up skills. I got bumped. They kicked me off the lineup. I was supposed to be opening, but some new band came in and they have a purple blood drummer, so the club owner let them take my place. Of course, this is how it always goes. God, she looks so sad. Time to break out your finely tuned, comforting muscles. But before you can get those guns out, someone oozes up to the two of you. Someone you recognize. Oh, fuck. Oh, incredible, Miss Roymer. What are the odds? It must be fate. Well, you chirped that you were coming to the show, so I guess the odds were pretty good. Zebra does not let that dim his sparkle. He isn't the type of guy to let facts get in the way. He hasn't even noticed you. He's too busy kissing the back of Chixie's hand. Looking good, baby. I'm kind of a mess. I've been crying. Well, crying looks good on you. Zebra finally glances your way and does an extremely exaggerated double take. Wow, damn, I didn't even recognize you. You clean up really nice, you know. You haven't cleaned up at all. Really, you haven't bathed since Tagora's fancy ablution trap. All you've done is put on a slinky dress. It's not like you're unhappy to see Zebra. You are. He's one of your many success stories. He's just, you know, the kind of friend you want to think back on fondly from time to time, remembering all the good times. Yeah, not necessarily the kind you want to hang out with, or hang all over you like he is right now. Chixie looks at his arm around your shoulder and seems momentarily annoyed. Then her expression skips a couple tracks and hits background neutral. So, you've met. Where? Online? In a forum? Can I join? Not in a forum, unless you're talking about the forum of life. He winks. Fate just keeps bringing us together, doesn't it? Just like you and me, Chixie baby. Chixie laughs. Now that she's gotten over her surprise, her entire demeanor has changed. Her body language has relaxed and she keeps biting her lip. She looks like an actor demonstrating bashful on command. Zebra is eating it up. It was really nice of you to post about my EP on your blog. I got a lot of listens from that. Babe, I ever told you that I think you're so strong? Seriously, low-blood girls are so strong. Chixie laughs again. It sounds painful. Maybe once or twice. I love your new stuff. That one song, Poisonous Moon or whatever. Bloody Sun. Right, yeah, exactly. Real good stuff, sweetheart. Can't wait to hear more tonight. Oh right, he doesn't know Chixie got bumped. Chixie meets your eyes. She seems to be trying to communicate something entirely using her eyebrows. Okay. Let's... No, we're going to 4. No. There we go. Okay, let's tell Zebra that Chixie isn't gonna perform. Let's be good buddies here, good pals. You tell Zebra about the higher caste trolls coming in and taking Chixie's place. She starts making frantic motions behind Zebra's back, shaking her head, but immediately stops when he turns to look at her. That true, babe? It's not a big deal. This sort of stuff happens in the business all the time, or so people tell me. Don't worry about it. No, I am worried. I always worry about low-bloods in terrible positions who can't help themselves at all. I'll take care of it for you. You really don't have to. Zebra touches her arm for way longer than is necessary. It's more of a shoulder rub than a pat. Chixie seems to be trying very hard not to shrug him off. Her smile belongs on a Halloween mask, a rictus grin. The two of you watch him swagger off back toward the front hall. Chixie lets out a breath. I wish you hadn't done that. He's got a really popular music blog, and he's an indigo, so I have to be polite. One bad review from him and it's over for my career. But I try to interact with him as little as possible. You hadn't realized that Zebra was a magician. Oh, he's not. He just reviews albums and stuff like that. He makes a lot of reposts, but he's got a ton of followers. Don't get me wrong, it's really nice to be noticed, but he's just a little pushy. And I don't have time in my life right now for quadrants. You know what I mean? You do. You so do. Does Zebra try what he tried with you on every low blood he meets? You aren't sure if that makes you feel better or worse. Chixie talks about him like he's a natural disaster, a tornado that she has to avoid to keep from getting torn apart. Like it's just an inevitability that people would treat her like she owed them something. I don't want to seem ungrateful. You tell her that she doesn't seem ungrateful from where you're standing. She doesn't seem to be doing anything wrong. She sighs, blowing a piece of hair out of her eyes. Too bad doing everything right doesn't automatically mean things will go your way. Oh, he's back. When Zebra comes back, such little time has passed that you don't think he could possibly have done anything. He shows you and Chixie all his teeth. I got it all fixed up for you. You go on tonight. In fact, you're headlining. You're welcome. Chixie's mouth drops open. What? How? I get to do anything I want in my own club. Wait, what? I bought it from the owner. He's just a teal. Seriously, business ownership? It's a little ambitious for a mid-blood, isn't it? I convinced him that it would just be easier for him and everybody else if a high blood took over. I'd been meaning to get into the club scene anyway. Now you'll always have somewhere to perform, provided you do everything I say all the time. He grins to show that it's just a joke, but there's something else in his smile that you really, really don't like. You regret asking for his help. So does Chixie, apparently. She gets right in your face. Nice work. Now I owe him even more than before. This is the only club around here that will let low-blood solo acts perform. You can find your way out, can't you? Oh, wow. That's... oof. Oh, poor Chixie. That's rough. Oh, that's not good. Shit. Okay, well, that didn't go well for her. I'm gonna end this episode here. We're gonna get the rest of Chixie's story in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a wonderful time this episode, and I hope you have a wonderful time for the rest of your day. Thank you so much. Bye!